our needs and intentions, our joys, our hopes, and our doubts. I, for one, have the care of souls on my mind, our illustrious mayor in particular. And so his good. We will pray a particular prayer written by St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, first canonized saint born in this great nation. Let us pray. O Lord, our eternal governor, whose glory fills all the world, we commend this great nation to your merciful care, that we may be guided by your providence and dwell secure in your peace. Grant to the President of these United States, the Congress, the Supreme Government, the Governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, the State Assembly, local officials, and to all in authority, wisdom and strength, patience and understanding, to know and to do your will. Fill them with the love of truth and righteousness, and to make them continually mindful of their calling to serve this people in reverent obedience to you. May this day be filled with your mercy and justice for those most in need. For we ask, through Jesus Christ our Lord, who lives and reigns with you in the Holy Spirit, one God, world without end. Amen.
Amen.
Now turn to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father Adam, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate that.
I'll leave this one.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
They'll turn it off for you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Look at that. Great job. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to start our meeting at 6:07. I need a call to order, Miss Brenda.
All right, Bonnie,
Here.
Brad,
Here.
Jennifer,
Here.
Rob,
Here.
Faith.
Here.
Council, listen, I just want you all to keep Mike covered in your prayers. Let you take care of that. Obviously, he had to go to the hospital today, so he's not with us, so obviously keep him in your prayers. Hopefully everything will turn out okay, but I just want to make sure y'all just think about him today and know that we're all rooting for him to get through all this, okay? All right, for that, I also need, first of all, a motion and a second to approve our minutes from February 9th.
Motion. Second.
Uh-oh, do they get a tie? Do they get the tie first, like a
They
1A,
gotta decide who
1B,
got the
or?
motion. I got the
So
second.
you get the second, right? All right, we're gonna have wrestling out here in the middle of, all right, Rob and then Jennifer, we'll make, because I don't want to get a wrestling match with Faith and Jennifer in the middle of this.
Faith,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
and Bonnie.
Yes.
Council, thank you so much. Now, for our first presentation, Mark Sneed, would you come up here? And I think you know how to touch that button, and we'll let you give it a shot there. You've done this a couple times with us. He's following up on what we've been talking about, the expansion, and he's gonna give us some more insight on that. Mark, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor and Council. I was here 2 weeks ago on the 9th to present the bids that were received for your wastewater treatment plant improvements project. On the 10th, we obtained the approval from the Economic Development Administration to award the bids. And last Friday, on the 20th, we received approval from KIA, your loan agency, that they were completely satisfied and authorized the award of the contract. And I'm here tonight to ask the city for your approval to award the construction contract to Pace Contracting in the amount of $21,895,000. And I'm able to answer any questions that the council might have.
Normally, go ahead, you wanna say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, so we had talked about the structuring of the debt, so that was okay through KIA, or was that?
They're still working on if we can wrap the debt around your existing debt, but all indications are we'll get a favorable answer. I just don't have it in writing yet.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
But on that, Mark, but even looking at both of those graphs and looking at it, I think that we could still sustain it. It just means the way it actually looks is those later payments are gonna be, right, they would drop off a little bit
They
if we
will,
had
they
to.
will drop significantly after your existing debt is retired.
Yeah, so I mean, that would be, we would want it to where we could level off a little bit more now because of the concern, obviously for the public, everybody knows about Jim Beam, and alcohol across the world. You know, obviously that's changed dynamics here in the country. And a lot of it, not just the bourbon industry, but a lot of them are facing some downturn on production, and we see that here. And obviously that is actually a concern for us as a city because obviously our growth depends on our wastewater treatment plant. and a lot of that's already in place. This is a very proactive approach. The reason why we're wanting to continue to maintain it is because of the cost of the city today is 10 million, down the road could be 30. So we're trying to take an urgency of being able to do it now. It's a little thinner to do it now because of some of the revenue, but we have the additional growth in our residence piece that's the next 3 to 5 years. It's gonna sustain some of that loss. But again, we don't know. We don't know where it's gonna go. We know that we've been told that later this year, we'd know more about 27. How 2027, will they bring back production? So all of that's into play, but we do believe that we're sustainable enough now financially to do this. This is a very proactive approach about the next 10 and 20, 30 years here in the city. So this is a very upfront, proactive approach. And so we take the recommendation from you for PACE, but I wanted the council, they got a chance to see the bids and all that. We do recommend that through you and through, I know we're talking to Scott and Arthur about that. So at this point, normally, that's already been chosen, but I just as a courtesy for I want to make sure that you guys are good with that bid. Are we good, Bonnie and I?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I want to make sure I hear from you guys, because obviously
We're
Jennifer.
talking about pace.
Yeah, we're talking about PACE. You guys,
Yeah.
we good with that? All right, Mark, we'll make it easy for you, so that we're obviously recommending it, your recommendations of PACE. Yeah,
Motion to approve.
yeah,
If he's gonna have them vote on it, yeah.
yeah, I want to do this because this is important. This is going to be something that I want the council to be a part of. A lot of times when it comes to contracts, but we got a motion?
I'll second.
All right?
Faith
Okay.
can have that one.
All right, all right.
All right, Bonnie,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Jennifer,
Yes.
Rob,
Yes.
and Faith.
All right.
Yes.
Mark, thank you. We are accepting your recommendation of PACE Construction and handling this project, and will you please keep us up with the KIA and all the rest of that fun stuff?
Absolutely. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you for
All right,
all
hey,
your
thank
work
you,
on
yep.
that.
Yeah, glad you guys,
Thank you for your work.
thank you so much, Mark. All right. All right, with that said, now we've got some fun stuff coming up. All right, what we've been waiting for here a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of reading. We have a proclamation that we made, we're obviously talking to Mike and the achievements of, these young ladies in the wrestling. I got to see a lot of the medals as they came in, so I was pretty excited about that. All right, so we have a proclamation, City of Shepherdsville, Proclamation 2601, recognizing the outstanding achievements of Kentucky girls wrestling team. Whereas the athletes of the Derby City Legends wrestling team made history at first official Kentucky Girls State Championships held on February 15th at the Corbin Arena. With 9 competitors in youth and middle school divisions demonstrating exceptional skill, heart, and whereas the team's performance was extraordinary, securing 6 state championships, 1 third-place finish with youth division champions Lydia Hutchinson, Alyssa Myler, I want to make sure I get that right, Penelope Powell, Emma Shirley, Norma Shirley, middle school champion Leanna Kaufman, Terry Lewis in a third-place finish, and Annabelle Sita and Macy Hutchison made honorable effort. And whereas this groundbreaking success significantly advances the visibility of girls wrestling in the Commonwealth, inspires a new generation of young athletes, and champions a more inclusive sporting community. And whereas these accomplishments reflect the outstanding dedication of the athletes, the expert guidance of coaches Mike Sullivan, Kaylee Sullivan, Ted Lineberry, Jesse Kaufman, William Powell, Brian Shirley, and Wes Lewis. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the City of Shepherdsville congratulates the Derby City Legends on their historic state championships, commends the hard work of their coaches and support staff, and encourages all residents to celebrate these achievements and continue fostering opportunities for girls in sports. I hereby set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Shepherdsville to be affixed on the 23rd day of February 2026. So what I'd like to do is I'd love to have the coaches and these fine achievers come up here in the front, and we'll take some pictures. You got to take a picture with me, though. Sorry. Congratulations, all the wrestlers. Congratulations back here. I know I'll get all the coaches in a minute first. I'm gonna congratulate them. Coaches, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate all your hard work. I know there's a lot of love in this. job with all this. Thank you so much and congratulations. It's for a fundraiser, we're gonna wrestle the mayor. I don't think so. All right, we're gonna get here, I'd like to, Mike. You got William. No. All right, so I wanna put this somewhere where Mike, you wanna get everybody in here, I want you all to see it. Congratulations, and another round of applause for these folks. Keep up the good work, fellas, and you set the bar very high. So we expect him to take state championships again next year. Yeah. All right, we're ready to go? All right, congratulations, Mike, thank you for all you guys do. We wanna keep working, we always support our kids in their youth. I'm not wrestling him. Not gonna happen. Thank you all so much for coming here. Hey, thank you so much. That was awesome. That was awesome. We know I'd lose, right?
Keep up the good work,
Yes.
ladies.
All right. Girl power. Yeah. Awesome job. Miss Tammy Baker, why don't you bring that fine man up here with you? You guys come up here and talk to us for a little bit. I know. I thought that's a tough one, man. That's. Yeah. If you guys want, if you'll hit that button up front. First of all, if you guys will, most people know who you guys are, but introduce yourselves. And I want them to get a little idea. I know they're all kind of finishing up here. Wait till they get outside there. I just love to see that. I would like to, just to see that, these girls look real petite and nice, and that probably they get on that mat and just go after you.
You know what, even,
What's that? Oh, yeah, I haven't seen them wrestle.
even, I don't think I'm that old, I guess I've been out of the high school like over 20 years. But in just the years since I've been out of school, just the sports and activities for girls, it's huge now, whereas we didn't have that before.
No, I think
that's
it's great.
amazing.
I think it's, no, I think it's great. Well, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome.
I'm Tammy Baker, I'm your Bullitt County attorney.
And my name is Will Dupton. I'm director of our mental health court program and our juvenile drug court program out here in Bullitt.
So we were invited by the mayor to come speak. We've already had a meeting with Catherine. We've been talking about opioid settlement funds. We've heard you all might be sitting on some funds.
Yes.
So we came to ask for some.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So we run Bullitt County Mental Health Court. I took office as county attorney in January of 2023. And kind of as I was leading up to taking office, I was starting to think, there are certain statutory things that the county attorney has to do. How can we do those things and do them efficiently and the best possible? So we kind of got rolling with that. And then I thought, how can I really leave my mark? Because I might only be in office 4 years. You never know. It's like, what can we do that Bullitt County's never done before? So I started researching, and I had never heard of mental health court, but I came across a video of Claude Porter, who was the Davis County attorney at that time, making a presentation to his fiscal court about their mental health court program, how it had saved their county millions of dollars because they weren't housing inmates anymore. They were creating people who were having charges deferred, they were getting jobs, they were paying taxes, getting custody of kids back, and just how that changed the fabric of their community. And I thought, this is it. This is what we have to do. So when I came into office, we started kind of putting the pieces in place. I met with Jerry Summers and Keith Griffey at the county. They were like, absolutely, we have opioid settlement funds, let's do this. I met with Judge Porter. I thought that was gonna be a tough one. What I really thought she was gonna say to me was, that sounds great, but I don't have time. So we are pushing 100,000 people in Bullitt County. We only have one district court judge. Her schedule is swamped, right? But so when I presented the idea to her, she said, yeah, how do we make this happen? So get in there. I called my friend Jesse Brewer, who worked at the cabinet at the time, and I thought, I have to hire Jesse to run my program. So I called him, and he said, you know what, I'm going a different way, but I've got the guy for you. It's Will Dufton. So on Jesse's recommendation, called Will, I said, sight unseen, if you want this job, it's yours. So he took the job. He built our program from nothing. So he's going to explain a little bit about how it works, but essentially, fiscal court funds our program with opioid settlement funds. Everyone in our program at this time has a substance use disorder and a co-occurring with their mental health issue. Our program is built around the idea of they have to have a significant mental health disorder, but a lot of times, as you all know, that's going to co-occur with substance use. Our program operates a lot like drug court, if you are familiar with that, and Will can kind of explain the ins and outs of how our program works.
Yeah, so our program, it is a diversion program, very similar to drug court. So it's a one-year program. It's for misdemeanors and Class D felonies only. So we'll look at Class D felonies just case by case. But basically, it's a one-year program. We have 4 phases. So every 3 months, we assess how our clients are doing, see if they're meeting their milestones. We have a team that we all meet with. We determine if, they're making progress, and then they move and progress throughout the phases, ultimately to graduation. So we have a great team. We partner with U of L Peace Hospital. So they're in the courtroom with us. They're able to meet with our clients, assess them right there in court, determine what level of care they need, whether it's they need to be hospitalized right away because they're in a severe psychosis, or there's something that warrants them to not be in jail. They need to be in the hospital and medicated quickly. From there, they go to residential treatment. So it could be 30, 60, 90 days in residential. It could be they need outpatient treatment with housing. So we have programs for that. It could be they're able to return to the community and do community treatment either through an outpatient provider, 7 counties, ASTRA, some of our local agencies here. But the goal is really that we're getting them out of treatment, or out of jail, into treatment, helping with housing support, employment support. We just really wrap them in services. Most of our folks, like I said, do have co-occurring substance use disorder. A lot of those are either alcohol related, methamphetamine use disorder, or primarily opioids use disorder. So a lot of our folks are self-medicating. With the opiates, it's very scary. It used to be, pain pills, progress to heroin. Now most of our folks are doing fentanyl. And are very aware that that's what they're using. So a lot of times when we see, I'll meet with them in jail, I'll do an assessment, determine, if they do have a diagnosed, mental health disorder, we'll request records, verify all that. But for my folks that are using opiates, a lot of times, they'll tell me, if I don't get into this program, I'm very aware that I may possibly die. It's just a matter of time.
And so the way they kind of get onto our radar is they can be referred by either an arresting officer, they've been referred by the judge, they're referred by our prosecutors in our own office, DPA has referred, Department of Public Advocacy, so defense attorneys have referred.
Could be family.
Could be family. We've had victims of the crimes will call and say, hey, this is my loved one and I don't want him to sit in jail, I want him to get help and get treatment. So the next step, once we get that referral, is if they're in jail, we'll go meet with them. We have another gentleman, Troy Hilp. I don't know if you all know him. He's a great guy. He is our assistant director, so he will go also and helps Will with that.
It's a big help.
So Will will meet with them, and it's so funny at our graduation, they'll say, when Will came in, I thought he was a police officer. I thought he was DEA, but he changed my life. So he'll go meet with them, and if it's a voluntary program, we can't make them do it if they don't want the help. But if they agree to do it, they'll be assessed in court by Peace Hospital, and like Will said, they'll either be transported right then, or if they assess for outpatient, then we'll get them set up with that. Pretty much everybody ends up going to a drug treatment, or a lot of them end up going to a drug treatment inpatient. We have several that we partner with we've had a great time with.
I want to share a couple things. First of all, when you did your presentation last year at fiscal court, I told you we were going to get together. That's been a while back. We finally got together, which is great. Because I listened to you guys, and you have a program already that's in place. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. I think if we all can partner with the county and their program, it's the best way for us to get started. 'Cause mental health is definitely out there. We understand that piece. I went to your last graduation, was phenomenal.
We're glad you were there.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Really, they had 2 graduates, and it was really cool. And you had to understand the struggles. You can see it and listen to them, and then you can see the good attitude that they can become productive members. But it's a very strict program, just like the drug program is. This one is too, man. There's like no joke. If you don't stay with it,
We've
it's
had
that
folks
quick.
we've had to kick out, or folks who will voluntarily say, we can't do it. And they'll know because of their own mental health needs, they can't do it. And so we take the clients as we get them, right? And so some are low functioning, and we know they're not gonna have jobs. So we're getting them lined up with getting a disability check. Molly Burke, an attorney here in Shepherdsville, works with us. And so we're working on that for 3 of our current participants to get them a check, because we know because of their functioning level, they will never be able to hold a job. But the folks who can hold a job, and we have several of those too, we go through workforce development. We have a program with New Flyer, where what's the training program called?
So it's called Ready for Industry, but it's for second chance employment. for a lot of our folks, and we're able to refer them. We've gotten people, I mean, really good, well-paying manufacturing jobs there at New Flyer.
One of our graduates, Angelia, at the last graduation, went
Yeah.
from no job, living with her mom, no savings, barely functioning. Now she has a job that pays $24 an hour. She has pride in herself. She has a savings account now.
And she's an artist too, right?
She is a very talented artist.
She's an artist.
And she lives in the city of Shepherdsville. We have 3 folks who we believe will be graduating in May, all residents of the city of Shepherdsville.
Yeah, we think
So
that-
it's touching your community, for sure.
Well, the biggest thing for us in this is that a lot of times when we have these assessments on the streets, you know, sometimes I know family has to get involved to intervene for the evaluation. That piece to get it started, because we don't have a whole lot of options, right? We're still a small community, don't have these services, we usually rely on Louisville.
Right.
I'm hoping that this expands to a level that we have kind of our own self-serving process here, that, again, as we continue to grow, how do we know right now, we'll go straight to you if at all possible, if these folks want the help that they can get.
Right.
Right, that's the whole idea behind this. Instead of us going and relying on Louisville, nothing against that, but we can build this.
Oh, right, well, because of our population growth, we're the 10th largest county in Kentucky, and I think in our next census, we're gonna jump that. We need our own services. And frankly, before we got involved in this, I thought the same thing, where I'm like, we don't have any services here. We have more than I realized. We really do. Or partners who maybe might be just outside of the county, but aren't that far. And I tell you, having U of L Hospital here was a game changer for us. That brought peace to the table, and we can have assessments done now at U of L South. They've got a psych team there that will do assessments, so.
That's awesome.
That's huge. That's a huge component of our program.
Wanna make-
Do they come to the jail? Does Peace Hospital come to the
No,
jail?
but I will tell you, Jailer Brian Whitaker is one of our best friends with this program. They will transport folks like that for us. And
Okay.
so they will transport from the jail to U of L
I was
South.
just
We've had that
wondering,
happen several
how many-
times.
how many of your participants, how many of those have been undiagnosed? Like, you know that there's a mental,
Yep,
some sort of mental block there.
right. And we
but
get
they
that
don't
quite a
have
bit.
Any diagnosis.
Right. So if that's the case, typically, I'll know through my assessment,
Yeah.
that there's something going on, and then we'll have them
And they
sent to
get
U of L Hospital,
Okay.
and then they'll get their diagnosis that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just saying, cause
So that helps
I would hate
qualify
to
for
see
us,
them
too.
not be in the program because they didn't have a diagnosis
Right.
previous.
Oh, no, we could get them diagnosed. When they meet with Will, either they will present and we'll concede that they clearly have a mental health
Yes.
issue, or if they say, hey, this is how I'm feeling, I've never been diagnosed, well, then we can get them lined up. They don't have to have a previous diagnosis.
Okay.
That is the hardest part, though, because a lot of our folks are coming unhoused. They are, homeless, they don't have any family support.
Right.
So they're, we're asking for records, they're like, I dropped out of school in 8th grade, I have no, and been on the street, with no support. So
And-
there's not a lot, coming with them,
Yeah,
so.
and we'll reach out to parents, family members, they won't return our calls, and they've given up on
I
their
was
own
gonna say,
loved
yeah,
one,
hello.
because they've been
Did you
going
wanna
through it for
ask
all
Will?
these years.
Right,
Yeah,
yes.
So it's.
They get
it's hard.
tired.
Yeah.
So Rob,
Yeah, a couple things. What's your success rate?
So we have graduated,
We've had 8 graduates
Okay.
so far in 2 years.
Good.
and
We,
0 recidivism among our graduates.
that's our biggest success
that's a
right
big
there.
deal.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a really
That
good
is
deal. Good
awesome.
job.
So we've had, out of our 8 graduates, 0 reoffenses. So, no, not even a traffic ticket for those 8 folks.
Okay.
As far as people making it through the program, I don't have a percentage, but I would say we're able to maintain, I'd say 7 to 8 out of 10.
We haven't discharged that many, really.
We've been very blessed. I was surprised. I thought it'd be a lot
That's
lower
awesome.
than that,
Yeah.
especially coming from the cabinet, where success rate's not very high. We've had a lot of,
Now, I'm
success
excited
with
for
that.
this. I really am, and this is what we want to show you, our partnership with you guys. And so, for everybody here, we have opioid money that's actually given to each of the cities. We're looking at finding different ways. Instead of doing the same old thing we've done for year after year, we don't see the impact there. But when we saw Will and their presentation, Bob, back to fiscal court, I thought this is a great place for us, the city, to start, to have these services. We've got to find ways to help those in need like this. And like I said, I'm excited for it, and I think this thing is, so for us, obviously, we've got it out there. I know that Angie and Catherine will take care of all that process. And all we really want is, we want like a quarterly, just an update of what you're doing. You're more than welcome to come to our
Yeah,
meeting.
yeah.
That's all we ask for during this process, but we do get everything worked out. We obviously want to issue at least $10,000. And then every year, we would like to be able to renew that with you. And the programs that are making the difference are the ones we're going to keep investing in. I think this is one of them it's just getting started. I think you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you for saying that, Mayor, thank you. And the other thing too, it kind of feeds itself, right? So when Will and Troy are going to these various things, they're saying, well, we've heard about Bullitt County. We're hearing about your program. We want to come there. We want to partner
That's
with
awesome.
you. So having this program is bringing services into the community because they're seeing the need and they're seeing the willingness among the government folks that, yes, we want to invest in this.
I
So
can't,
it's
I
kind of
can't tell
feeding
you anything.
itself.
Thank you for getting Will.
And,
Well, thank you.
We
I'm
do
very
the,
fortunate,
yeah.
very blessed to have this program, so
What's,
thank you.
what's that, Rob?
so how much do we have left and or,
Oh, that's
I'm kind
considerable
of like
money.
wondering like how much, how,
So
Correct.
we're right now at about, what we've given out for 4 agencies plus you guys, we're at 42,000. We've got 4 times that amount, and we've got quite a bit. And we still get, so those litigations just keeps giving that money. And it gives it all, it's through Walgreens and CVS and all of the different ones that have been lawsuits across the country. And they, I don't know how they do it. I'm sure they keep charging more for the,
We're paying for it some way or another.
well,
right?
I'm sure there's,
That's okay.
we have not yet. That's why they were here giving a presentation,
I was
because
gonna
we
say,
wanted, so I wanted to make sure for you all, there's a process they gotta go through like the others did. I wanna make sure that you get to meet them.
Absolutely.
I wanna make sure you ask any questions, because like I said, mental health is something that's been, really ignored for a lot of years. And I think because the fact that there's such an interwoven with the drugs and alcohol.
Exactly.
I mean, they're just trying to get through a day. And they're doing anything they can to get through that day, and a lot of times it involves drugs and
Exactly.
alcohol.
Exactly. And yes, so Mayor, to hit on that, right,
Yep.
so we do have to have that opioid portion of it to be able to use that money,
Mm-hmm.
so, and I can send this to Catherine, I've highlighted under the statute all the things we would fall under. And our idea for what we would use that 10,000 for, we would set it aside and use that for our drug screens
Mm-hmm.
and our incentives, so when we do phase ups, as they go along, we give gift cards and things like that, we buy a cake for graduation, so
Yep.
we were thinking things like that.
But I think whatever,
Um,
yeah, we're very comfortable with what I've seen so far in your investment in these folks and what you're using the money for. It's all, it fits in the same thing we would like to do. I think this council would believe it, that we all want to be part of the solution. And
Well,
you
then
guys are a
now
great
you
part.
all are our partner, where your name's gonna be on all of our materials, you'll be on our graduation. The big thank you, we'll invite all of you, I know Mayor, I always invite you to the
Yeah,
graduation,
yeah,
we'll make
absolutely,
sure everybody
absolutely.
gets an invitation.
I know.
It's a real feel-good
It's really
moment
good.
for
It's really cool.
graduations. We have a video montage put together so
Sure.
that, you know, when they're here in front of everybody they don't know and they get the word, they don't wanna speak.
What was his
So we-
name?
Jordan Bowen.
So, and he was late. He was late because of traffic and,
Lower functioning, but he works.
yeah, I think it's
Because
great.
of this
It was a
program,
great
He
story.
works and is
You
earning a
guys-
paycheck.
He just seemed like he was making an impact on everybody. Just a wonderful young man, just trying
He's
to get.
living in a shed before our program.
Oh, I remember
His
that,
mother had
yeah.
pushed him out to the shed
Yeah.
so she wouldn't have to deal with him.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
So
a
he's
great
now
story.
working.
It's
He's
a
in a
great
great
story.
place because of Will, because of this program.
Yeah, outstanding.
I
So,
knew it a long time ago.
I just
I
didn't
appreciate
know.
it. I mean,
So I
Alright.
called my
No,
friend
that's great.
Jesse. Yeah. When I called
no,
I called my friend Jesse, he said, well, I'm going a different route. I'm going more towards school counseling.
Yes.
Yeah, Will's your guy. I just
I
didn't know
remember
Will.
Jesse, too.
But, and I love Jesse, but Will was the guy.
Yes, he was.
Will is the heart
Yes,
of
he
our
was.
program.
I
He
want
built it out
everybody.
of nothing.
Yeah, you guys are doing great. But anybody in the community, we always encourage if they can be a part of anything they can do to help you guys. I hope they do because we're gonna do our small part to help you guys. So, thank you so much. We're
Thank
glad
you.
to have
I'll
you.
get those
Appreciate it,
papers
guys.
Yep.
emailed to you, Catherine.
All
Great.
right, thank you all so much. Thank you so
Thank
much. All right, Miss Amber Old, come on up here. Come. Get a clap after you get in. Come on, girl. Come on up here.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How's everyone doing?
We're doing good. Doing good.
Good, good. Thanks, I got it done Sunday.
You never said it about mine.
Never said it about mine either.
Beautiful hair. Beautiful hair.
I get a lot of
Curly hair.
compliments, I really
I do it. I like the curls.
Right, I would like to talk about our new event this year. We are partnering with Journey, First Franklin Financial, Field of Grace, Mercy Hill Church, and Parks and Recs for our first Easter event this year. It's going to be March 21st, 10 to 2. Journey Church is supplying 20,000 plus eggs for an Easter egg hunt. For 1 to 10 years old, we'll go at 11 o'clock. 11 and up, we'll go at 1 o'clock. So 2 egg hunts. We will have a food truck from Mount Washington, Big Top Fun Company. She will be there with hot dogs, cotton candy, all the fun kids' foods. And then we will have free pictures with the Easter Bunny, kind of like we do with the Kids Winterfest. The same person is providing the free photography that day for the Easter Bunny. And then Amanda Mattingly, her husband's going to be the Easter Bunny. So it all works out. So that's March 21st. If you would like to be a sponsor on the back table back there, we do have the flyer and sponsorship forms. So,
Where's that gonna be again?
City Park, 10 to 2, March 21st.
I just wanna,
I wanna know, are they gonna do a senior citizen today?
I'll go against you. I'll go get more eggs than you get. I want to say this, that we would like to have somewhere down the road, because actually this program started at the Expo Center where they actually dropped the eggs out of a helicopter. So depending on weather.
The
So that's
fairgrounds
what,
too.
I'm sorry, fairgrounds, yeah.
The fairgrounds, yeah.
So we'd love to have a, hi Nathan.
Oh, you're
Right.
fine.
So, but we really want to do that. And it's great to have the partners we have to do this, but it was really cool to do that. I would love to see that sometime. You'd be able to drop eggs.
The WKRP turkey drop.
Not, I thought turkeys could fly. We all remember that. But I do think it's kind of fun, and it's an annual event. Obviously, as the town square gets done, we're going to have it all part of that piece, but we're going to do it in the park, and it's going to be fun for the kiddos. We'd like to have that as a family activity every year.
And then we'll also have inflatables that day. We're working on a DJ and a couple other things. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun event. So
Yep.
excited to have that one
stuff.
added to the events. And then moving towards the end, well, that coming weekend will be the Vietnam War Veterans Day Parade, March 28th. The parade will start at 11 o'clock. We are still taking signups, Courtney said, until the end of this month. So if you'd like to be in the parade, you can reach out to Courtney at burdenandco.com. And then after the parade, they will gather at the Farmers Market Pavilion for a cookout. So the veterans will be able to eat free, and then their families, it's, I believe, $5? 10. So.
Yeah.
City of Shepherdsville Cleanup Days, April 24th through the 26th, 9 to 5 p.m. It will be at the Shepherdsville Wastewater Treatment Plant, 485 Old Ford Road. No tires, paint, or chemicals, but of course mattresses, old appliances, things like that, they will be taking all 3 days. So take advantage of that. April 25th, Wine, Whiskey, and Ale Fest will be over 150 Frankie Simon Avenue. It's down past the courthouse. That's where we had it last year because of all the flooding from the park. So we will have Exit 105 playing that day. And then, of course, this is the event that shines the light on the Wine, Whiskey, and Ale Trail that the Bullitt County Tourism has here in the county. So we'll have James B. Beam Distilling Company, Four Roses Warehouse and Bottling, Brooks Hill Winery, Forge Edge Winery, Croom Haven Winery, Whitemeyer Winery, Gallant Fox, Salt River Brewing, and then a new one added this year is Cox's Creek Distilling Company. So it'll be $20. You get the tasting with all of those, and then you have the opportunity to purchase extra cocktails or beer or a glass of wine. $10 will get you, if you don't want to do the tasting at all, you just want to come in and purchase a beer or a cocktail, you can do that. And then we also have $5 designated driver tickets this year. So our nonprofit for this event this year is Options Unlimited. We have an individual that works with us here in the office, Gracie. She works here doing some data entry for us, and she actually has a dog that comes with her ready. And he helps her with daily activities with picking up papers, pencils, if she drops her phone. So it's an awesome sight to see, you know, them work together. So we love working with Options. So it's a good company. So. Then May 16th, we go into the Mayor's Color Walk. We are partnering this year with James Thornton with Warrior Rounds. That day, the color walk will start at 9 o'clock, and then it will go until, the color walk is just about an hour long. And then the event whole will go until 2. We'll have the Warrior Run with the bikes and Jeeps. And then we also have a Warriors car show. So it should be a fun day. We'll have food trucks, also a couple inflatables for the kids. So that's 10 to 2 that day. I'm looking for sponsors for the color walk, so if you know of anybody that would like to present their business at that event, just let me know. All I ask that they just provide the color during the event to
Yeah,
set
there's
up.
no charge for the walk,
May 16th.
no charge for the walk.
No, yeah,
So-
no charge for the walk.
Yeah, if anybody wants to participate as far as any kind of donations and stuff.
And then the nonprofit for the color walk is the Active Heroes. And then James, it's the First Responders Charity Car Show and Vehicle Run. So he has 3 nonprofits that he is recognizing during his part of the event, which is the Cabero Foundation, the Shepherdsville Police Foundation, and then the Bullitt County Sheriff's Foundation. So each of them will receive some profits from the car show and the run, so. And then June 6th starts the farmer's market, but we will have our vendor meeting March 8th, which is the day that we spring forward. So it'll be a good day for that. So it's March 8th here, 2 o'clock. Anybody that wants to be a part of the farmer's market, I'm of course looking for produce, honey, fruits, jams, jellies, meats and eggs, vendors like that. So it starts off the whole season of the farmer's market. So that will go until September 19th, every Saturday. So.
All right. Any questions? Everybody good? All right. Well, Ms. Amber, thank you. A lot of good stuff coming up. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, so we are done with our presentations. We're at old business, and before we read the second reading of our ordinance 026003, I just want to make one comment. I know we've talked a number of things. I've probably said it 1,000 times. I want to be sure, whether it's this event or any other planning and zoning we have, it's important for council to know that when you're voting on this, if you vote against what actually is out there, when you state your vote no, you do need to make the fact of finding known as to why that you do that. Do it in public. You're doing it for the developer. You're doing it for the public to know, and obviously for the rest of the council to understand why you voted a certain way. I just want to make sure we do that. Again, it's not to say anything more than the fact that we want to do our due diligence when it comes to anything that's built in the city. We want it to be right. We want to make sure we're doing right by all parties involved. All right, Ms. Catherine.
City of Shepherdsville, Kentucky, ordinance 026003, an ordinance amending the Bullitt County City zoning order and the Bullitt County City zoning map as amended, changing the zoning of 1.22 acres more or less, located at 800 Beech Grove Road in the city of Shepherdsville, Bullitt County, Kentucky, also known as parcel 037, C0001001, from R1 residential to R3 residential, sponsored by Councilmember Bonnie Enlow. Summary, Section 1. The Bullitt County Joint Planning Commission held a public hearing on January 8, 2026, docket number 2026Z-04, and based on the testimony and evidence presented at that hearing, recommended that the Bullitt County City zoning order and the Bullitt County City zoning map be amended to change the zoning of 1.22 acres more or less, located at 800 Beech Grove Road, also known as parcel 037, C0001001, hereinafter subject property, from R1 residential to R3 residential. Section 2 sets forth that the City Council had a public hearing on February 9, 2026. Section 3 sets forth that the City Council adopts the Bullitt County Joint Planning Commission's findings of fact and recommendations, including but not limited to any and all restrictions placed on the subject property as set forth in docket number 2026Z-04. Section 4 sets forth that the Bullitt County City zoning order and the Bullitt County City zoning map are hereby amended to change the zoning of the subject property from R1 residential to R3 residential, subject to any restrictions placed on the subject property. Section 5 sets forth the severability clause. Section 6 sets forth the repeal of prior ordinances in conflict with this ordinance. Section 7 sets forth the publication requirement.
All right, thank you, Ms. Catherine. All right, I need a motion. Motion?
Second.
Are we not gonna talk about
No.
it?
Well, this is just a vote. We've had the conversations, we've done everything, we talked about it. Had a motion here from Bonnie,
I'll second.
second by Brad. Ms. Brenda?
Ms. Bonnie,
Yes.
Brad,
Yes.
Jennifer,
No, and I'm using, new development should not create significant negative impacts on surrounding community and local infrastructure. That's my,
What's specific though on that?
because I don't think 13 townhomes is appropriate. I think it crowds that area on a corner lot
You
of
have,
1
you have a
acre.
traffic study that proves exactly what it does on
Well,
traffic,
that
and you
was
have no
not
water
in there.
issues. You have to have documentation that states that, but that's fine, all right,
I can answer clarifying questions too up here.
okay. This is,
I'm gonna know as well, and along with traffic is, we did get 2 studies. The first one included Montana, which where you can drive for hours and not see another vehicle. So it got me thinking that
What is the study? Would you be able to?
the studies that they sent
they
to us.
provided.
They provide?
Yes, they provided us 2 studies. So we got one, and it was old, outdated, included Montana, didn't include Kentucky. And it was more of a macro study, not a micro study of our area. We did get a second one that did include Kentucky, but
What about it? You were doing that, what is it that specifically in that second study?
the second study did include Kentucky, but it was more macro and not specific to Shepherdsville. So, and then the way that the traffic goes there, like we've had the problem with Wendy's where people were just,
What does Wendy's have to do with the Beach Grove?
because we set controls in the traffic, we thought they would go left on paper or right on paper, and they ended up turning, left, whether.
Minimal is best.
Disregarding all traffic
Well, you have some
laws
that,
and.
you have something that's close to the interstate that you have, and a lot, right there, you have a lot of out-of-town guests. It's not the residentials that live in there. So you're not, apples to apples. That is not the same people
Well,
that be
neither
turning
is
left out.
Montana, if you, or any
Again,
other state.
you were just making a point about Wendy's, that Wendy's does not go with Beach Grove. I just wanna make sure it's understood. If you're gonna put something out there, be sure that you're concise about that.
On a micro level, the residents know that they're gonna go right. They're not gonna go left, so they're all gonna clog up that, other side of the expressway.
What they gave you, the study gave you that was basically one car coming out of dirt both different times. That study proved that part. So my question for
Well, I'm not
both of
sure
you
which
guys,
one they used,
listen,
really,
at this
but-
point, I wanna make sure it's very clear. If you're stating that it's traffic, we've shown that in the study. There's not a water issue, and aesthetically, we're talking about housing versus industrial park.
Well, there's still a water issue too. If you go across the street, there's a guy that lives there that has a pond in his backyard where everyone.
What does that have
built
to
up
do
a
with that
renter,
when it comes to the water that's actually being developed on that side of the street?
Because it's right across the street.
So it's all that water's gonna come over that way after they already showed you in their plans that there was gonna be a. They showed you in the designs, they showed you, did we discuss that? Is that correct? Okay.
Okay.
Now, I just wanna make sure, because again, within the comprehensive plan, what was determined here is an R3. That's fine. Thank you, Rob.
Faith?
Okay, my vote is yes. Can I say why? Well, first off, our hands are tied by the comprehensive plan, point blank. I would prefer the homes. I've said that many a times, but I'm gonna go ahead and vote for it. I did go over there 2 days this week, one over the weekend, one through the week. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, sit there for 2 or 3 hours. And watch traffic come in and out. They don't come, they come the other way, The only people that use that end is like the 5 homes. That's it. I counted them.
And I appreciate you doing that.
And I went and talked door to door and talked to the people, and most of them said that they don't use that end.
It's because it's a blind turn, that sign, it's a blind turn. It's a horrible corner. I wish they would fix it.
Well, maybe that'll be something they'll look at,
I wish the neighborhood, I wish the HOA would fix that whole
Yeah.
turn.
Well-
Yeah, I do too, because it is bad. And that's why they use it to come in and not go out.
Right, yes.
I appreciate that. I appreciate the feedback and you sitting there checking that out.
Yeah, Josh and I sat over there and shot our radar.
What a hot day that was, just to hang out at the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
he was like, this is really what I want to be doing.
All right, no, well, Faith, I appreciate that. All right, so we have a 3-2 vote on this. I appreciate that. Thank you for your patience. And I think we've got something that'll work out here. I know you'll build something nice, and we appreciate the housing piece to the community. So, thank you all. Thank you. Thank you, council. All right. She's gonna give me some cough drops. All right. Yeah, bring a couple for both of us. All right, new business here. We're gonna have some fun while Brenda's gone, a little bit here. You've got a bunch of them that we brought here. It was really interesting today on the bids this is for the amphitheater, and I think Rob Campbell's, there he is. You wanna come up here for a minute, Rob? And I don't know who else you wanna bring up here with you. That's fine, you can bring any compadre you want to answer any questions, but she's got them all here right now. I don't know, Crystal's here too, obviously, you're doing whatever dictation you're doing on all this fun stuff? Okay. So, are you looking through this, or do you want him to look through it, make sure that's what you need?
I figure I'll just read it and they'll figure out if it meets
All
all
right.
their
All right,
requirements
all right,
after
you
the
good with
fact.
that? If you guys want,
So,
yeah,
I mean,
right
if
there.
you wanna kinda, yeah, so.
All right, miss.
And wherever, but I figure we'll all just read it and then
Okay.
after the fact, they can figure out the details.
All right, we'll leave it up to you.
Looks like this is for fencing, is that correct?
Hmm?
Do you,
That would, actually, if it's just for fencing, it's, would be accepted as a bid.
it would not be, okay, I'm not for sure, so let me just make, this is the fun part about opening it up. So what is the bid supposed to be for?
The bid is for the amphitheater, which is much more than just fencing.
Okay, so it's for the whole
Yeah, it's for the whole
amphitheater, okay, well,
site plan, CD.
okay, well, so the first bid I have is from S&S Fencing and Property, and it says that, it looks like it's going to be probably mainly fencing, and the bid itself is $23,371.50. So if I had to guess, that's fencing only.
Yeah, you could.
And then
you
to
can include
install the
that-
fence, yeah, so,
Yeah, that, you can include that in the stack of the bids.
I
but-
want to make sure, when I was talking to Scott, we had mentioned that this one, it brought in there, but we were trying to make sure that that could be instrumental as far as the weight of just that piece of the project. This wasn't a bid that was supposed to be in separate pieces, is that correct?
Correct, that's correct.
Okay.
okay, well, I don't know if they've got another package, but
Right.
we'll just keep that there
Yep.
for
Yeah,
now.
just keep it in the stuff that you came to us, and we'll
Thank
include it in
you.
the evaluation.
Okay, so this next one is from Pace Contracting. And let me just flip through here and find. Okay, looks like, okay, total bid price. It looks like it is $3,249,000.
Okay,
That sounds a little bit more, I don't know what we're looking for.
yeah, it's definitely,
It looks like that, they say the total bid, and they do have some of this broken down, which they can look at and get to the council. The total bid, $3,249,000. And that was again from Pace Contracting, address in Louisville, Kentucky.
Thank you.
Next up, this looks like it is Martin Construction Company, also in Louisville and Louisville.
Louisville.
All right. This total bid price is $4,400,000.
All right. And Crystal's gonna take all this together. Crystal, when you get it all put together, would you send it to council and myself?
This is sponsored, they donated,
Okay.
we have a donor for this? We have a donor for this?
Donor for the
Amphitheater?
amphitheater? We have a small donor that's gonna be First Harrison, that's actually gonna sponsor the sign for
The
that.
sign.
For the
Oh,
first
only
time.
the sign?
Just the sign.
Just
on
the
this one.
sign.
Yeah, that's all we're doing with this one. We're just also just gonna, we gave them, I mean, they got a pretty good deal out of it. We didn't know obviously what to choose, but we're gonna actually, after 5 years, we'll put it back out. They want, they'll bid again for 5 more years for the sign. It's just for that part, it's on the stage.
So
Yeah,
it's
the rest of
kinda
it's just
like
our
West Bangos.
Yeah, there's not, we didn't have anything like, you mean sponsorships and stuff for it? Yeah, we had that like for the playground, we had a little bit there, but not for the amphitheater.
I didn't mean to say that, just the sign, because I mean, a
No, I
donation's a
got, no, I
donation.
got you, I got
Did
you.
we get the sign hung today for the town square? I heard we were hanging it today.
I have not been confirmed that, I know it's coming close to get that done, yeah, it's gonna be
I'm
cool.
so excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, that's gonna be cool.
All right, the next one is Dean Builds Inc. out of Louisville, Kentucky, and that total bid price is $3,280,000.
And Robert, when you get it all together, would you call me? I wanna kinda go over this a little bit.
Dean's Build, what?
Inc.
Dean's Build Inc.
Just Inc. Okay, the next one is Calhoun, that's CALHOUN, Brenda Construction Services out of Louisville. And their total bid price is $3,334,000. Next up is Sullivan and Cozart, COZART, Inc. out of Louisville. And their bid is $3,703,600. $620. $3,703,620.
You said out of Louisville?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, next up is DOSS, D-O-S-S, and Horky, H-O-R-K-Y, Inc. out of Danville, Kentucky. And their total bid is, okay, I like this, $4,296,638.09.
Yeah.
The
I
9
kid
cents.
you not.
The 9 cents.
That knocks them over.
I kid you not.
9 cents.
I like it.
So
All
when
right,
you
last
guys-
one
So when you guys see me standing at the corner with a cup, it's for the end of
9 cents in it.
for the 9 cents.
the, not more than just the 9 cents.
Okay.
Wow.
Ooh, they got
I got
2
it.
envelopes.
Oh, this is financial statements.
I was gonna say
I don't think,
extra
I don't
sheets.
think I need to open that up right now. So this is from, Hagerman, obviously out of Louisville. And it is for, I don't know what that means, $4,285,800. And it says something that includes Hagerman covering the cost of builder's risk and deduct a certain amount if we're gonna provide that. So, but, I don't know if that was relevant. But again, that's $4,285,800. And that was all of them. I didn't open up their financials.
What we'll do is we'll take that pack of bids, we'll create a bid tab, we'll give them to Crystal and summarize it, and I'll give you a shout in the morning.
Yeah, I want to go over this and then look at it, because that's obviously, we've got to, as we plan.
This is just
This
the
venture.
fence, so I don't know. But I didn't wanna throw it away. I think you should
How
keep
much was
it.
that
There was
for?
not,
Huh?
How much was that for?
Would they just,
The,
will they send
oh, the
like,
fence alone?
I'm sorry, what?
from, will they send like, plans with it, like what it'll look like and
23,000.
stuff?
yeah. No, with the contractor did it? No, we've got plans for
So
it.
you already know what it's gonna look, can you
Yes.
forward that to us, just so we can see
Yeah,
what your plan is?
absolutely.
I'll
We'll
send it
we'll
to you.
include that with the
Okay,
bid
thank you.
tab.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll get it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I actually have, what I need to look at is I think I got some other cool pictures. It'll just show you from the ground and look at some of the things that you'll see, like the stand stuff.
Yeah, I'd love to
Yeah,
see.
we just really wanted to see, they were given renderings and got an idea, some of the site plan and stuff. But obviously now it's crunch time.
Oh, yeah,
We got some work.
yep.
All right. Well, first of all, thank you guys for being here. I mean, again, and again, if you guys have any questions, what we'll do is if you'll send them to me, I'll forward them off and we'll make sure, but I'll get you some renderings. I'll make sure everything that you've sent me, because that's been more recent. You've sent me some stuff that we've tried to put out.
All right.
I'll make sure you get it.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, guys. Yeah, I'll make sure you get that. Thank you all for being here for this. Thank you for the bidding on that. And listen, before I forget, Nathan, will you come up here for a minute? I brought up Mark 12. I want to make sure Mark is one of the recipients of our opioid money. And so, Crystal, thank you for being here. All
Thanks,
right.
girl.
Hope Rob's doing okay. All right. Thank you all. I want to get, so we've been running behind 8 Ball here, trying to get things done. So Nathan's just going to give you an update on his, he's got opioid money from it. He's coming back quarterly to give you guys a little rundown of what's going on. So Nathan?
I'll be super short. First of all, I'm super excited about dropping eggs next year, maybe.
Yeah, you did. You did that,
It was
right? Is
Jeremy
that how
and
you
I,
met? That's how
yeah.
you guys met, right?
Fly on the helicopter?
I got to ride in it one year.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
see?
you're riding it out.
Yeah, yeah. it was-
Father, would you
it's
want to
a
go
lot
up in
of
a
fun.
helicopter? Would you go up there?
Oh, they're fun, you had to.
They are super fun.
Yeah.
But anyhow, yeah, thank you so much for letting me give a report here, and super excited about what's happening in Bullitt County with the mental health court. And I know they partnered with Mark 12, and we've offered vouchers for the thrift store and community service for some of them too. And so that's been a good partnership already. And excited about what they're gonna do in the future too. But we've spent around $2,200 of the abatement money so far. 500 of it has actually helped offset some of the costs and transportation with the White Flag Shelter. We've had several in the White Flag Shelter who have struggled with addiction. The White Flag Shelter this year has been a lot more than what we've expected.
You all done a good job with that, by the way, with everybody involved there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. As of tonight, it's been open 62 nights this winter, and the longest stretch being 31 consecutive days. It's been a brutal
Those
winter.
4 days was single digits.
Yeah, so
After
we've
the
been,
snow.
yeah, there was some days we were open 24 hours. We've helped 56 individuals. Last year, we only helped 30. And we did, I will say, we started about a month later last year,
Sure.
so, but we're still not done yet this year.
Sure.
And so it's definitely been a lot more this year. We've had 12 women come in and 4 children. We have helped out, we've had 5 referrals to the Pathway Home Program, the Transitional Housing Program. 3 of those are currently in the group and successfully working towards their goals. 2 individuals were not eligible due to their background, and we helped them get resources outside of the county. We've had 3 individuals in the White Flag Shelter that we've had to transport to drug treatment facilities outside the county also. And so we've used around $500 to help offset some of those funds from the drug abatement money. And then we've got several shelter volunteers this year that are connected to recovery groups, and they've been building relationships with people and helping refer them to recovery groups. Speaking of that, a big portion of the money that we've spent from the abatement money has gone to our Healing Together support groups. And we spent $1,200 towards that, and this is helping anything from conflict resolution, grief and loss, practical parenting, understanding depression, life-controlling issues of all kinds. And so Stepping into Freedom is the curriculum that we used. We've also had Concerned Persons, Restoring Families, our focus specifically on recovery and helping their loved ones. And this curriculum is also used with our Pathway Home participants. And so the $1,200 has gone towards helping to fund purchasing 75 copies of workbooks and conducting a facilitator's training class that's going to happen next month. As well as with all of our services, we provide course materials and training and course facilities. It's all free. We've got a church that's committed to launching 3 new groups of the Healing Together recovery groups. And then finally, we've spent $500 on transportation with our Pathway Home Program, the van, gas money, and maintenance. And also helping to just take people that need support outside of our county to resources in Jefferson County.
So I just want to say something, and we really want each of these groups to do this. We want them to come make reports. But the idea is we're going to do something different to make a difference in somebody's life in drugs. That's what this was all about. It's just changing the way we do things. And Nathan, I do appreciate what you guys do, and I can't say enough about the White Flag. You guys did an outstanding job this year, and I think it's been really a brutal year for a lot of folks. It was really cold, and I think you guys have done some good work. Between the mental health issues and the drug issues that we see out there, again, taking these people to programs that are going to help them get off that or get them through a pathway, get them something that gets them past it. We know they're all tied together, and all I can ask is just always save your receipts, do your things here, do your due diligence, keep it, like I said, because every year we'd like to continue with groups we're working with. We want to partner with you guys to keep making a difference in one person's life.
Absolutely.
Right? If you can do that, we're going to make a difference. Our community is getting bigger, but we can win one at a time, right? And each of you groups are doing what you're doing. The mental health issue is going to be a big deal for us. We think all of you guys partnering together, and obviously St. Aloysius is doing some things as well. So we want all of you to collaborate, because we know that when you all are working together, you're going to make a difference in this community. So thank you for being here. I know you ran a little late today, but thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, sir. All right, and last but not least, let me go down to here real quick. All right, so obviously planning and zoning, and I want to make sure for everybody, we know, everybody knows this, you're going to be getting information. I went to the planning and zoning for the next project, you guys. It's never a dull moment here in the city of Sheffield, is there? Always something else coming up.
They're actually not gonna get an email because it was too much to
Oh,
be able to send it,
yeah,
so
so-
it's on, what is it?
Diligent.
Diligent.
Yeah.
So the
They were
rezoning
too
Yeah.
under,
big to email.
Okay.
Man, if
so
you guys
it's
don't,
on Diligent under Stephen Drive
Yes.
and Cedar Grove or something like that. So
please
it's
look
under
over all that.
rezonings.
There's a lot of information. You'll see stuff in the developer and some things that I think you'll. Yeah. What's that? They'll be on. Not the
Now.
night.
It's,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So take a look at that. I want to make sure.
and the
What's that?
hearing,
What's Nathan's last name?
Nathan Young.
the public hearing will be, March
Ninth.
9th.
Yeah.
The next
So it'll
council.
be our next council
We
meeting.
didn't think we'd
So-
get the stuff quick enough and thought we'd have to do it the 23rd, but the
Yeah.
folder came in, and so we need to get it out there that it's March 9th, not the 23rd.
Yeah. It's a lot of good information. It gives you an idea of exactly what the developer has done with the residents out there first. They've had 2 public meetings that are not binary. I mean, they just did it. I want the program to be that I always see the residents get a chance to come out and see what's going on with development first. Trying to make that program work because there are things, comprehensive plan, what's actually available out there, what can be built in these areas, but it's good information. Please spend some time with it, because it's pretty extensive. Board of Adjustments, I have not heard from Dwayne. I know he's had some health issues and he's working through that, but, department heads, I know I've got Jody and Mark back there. Why don't you guys come up together? Come on, real quick, we'll just give you a chance and then we'll get some council members.
It's the buddy system.
The buddy system.
Yes.
Yeah. We're not doing too bad for starting 7 minutes late today. I'm trying to. Yeah, hey, so before it starts, I got a chance to go up, the remodel up there.
I'm good with that.
The remodel is great. Talk about that. That was awesome.
That was, that's all I had. Status quo with us. We just finished phase 3 of our renovations upstairs. You're welcome, please.
What are y'all doing?
We did, new flooring, we ripped the carpets out, just made it 22 years of,
It's been
updates.
Yeah.
That's all we did. And some new paint. It looks nice.
It really
You're
does
welcome
look
to
nice.
buy the, superior job, sir. No problem. That, and you all got the update on our new engine, so.
Did you guys get a chance to look at the brochure and stuff like that? Kind of cool to look at. Yeah, all right. I figured you guys got a
That's all I
chance.
had, unless council has something for me.
Nope. You guys got anything for him?
Thank you.
All right, Mark, what do you got?
Nothing from the police department, except to just remind people to, turn on their lights at night and lock their car doors, don't leave any valuables in their
valuables.
car, all that same stuff, so. Other than that, everything at the police department's going pretty smooth right now.
Yeah, and just for you all to know that we're working with the school system there as far as BC. We're just really, we don't want to get out there because we can mess with traffic too much to actually disrupt it. So what we basically want to do is we're actually monitoring the traffic coming in on High School Road. We're allowing the other side where the student drivers come in to kind of work that, because when we tried to stop it before, it was clogging it all the way back to the interstate. And that's creating another problem for us. And we know that it's Bell's Mill right now, but once that goes away, we really want to see what that looks like. Because sometimes when you're well-intended and you want to do something to fix it, you don't always fix it. You sometimes make it worse. So we just, that. And then obviously, Bernheim, there's a lot of discussion about that. So we just decided we're just leaving a vehicle there. It's crazy. That's like a racetrack. From basically that light all the way to Bar Street, there's no lights, so you just fly up and down that road. And unfortunately, people forget there's a school there, right? And then trying to come left-hand, get on the interstate. So there are opportunities, but our department is trying to look at how we can help without being dysfunctional. And I think that's an important piece in this. So, but thank you all for doing what you're doing. I know it's kind of a pain. And it looks great up there. Seriously, if you guys go and see it, I think it's great. There hasn't been anything done since they originally built the building. Brad, so I mean, just, you know how long that goes. I mean, yeah.
I'm not for sure
I mean,
that's your fault,
you would,
Brad.
I mean, you would know. Did you do the last one?
Because when we hired the first pay crew, I think we had
Yeah.
one little kitchen there.
Yeah, it's crazy stuff.
Redid some of the dorms.
It's like the one we got it there, except for the gray. They're gray.
It's a little darker than what you got.
Yep. Yeah. It looks nice. No. Yeah. What's that? Oh, yeah, we'll make it last. Yeah, I'll make it last. Yeah, make it last. Talk about your stuff.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Yep, and I know that Scott and all them had the wastewater. I'm excited about that as well. I think for everybody understanding the millions of dollars we saved by trying to continue the project. All right, here we go, real quick. All right, Rob, what are you bucking up for? All right, come on, Rob, what you got?
Because Brenda's telling me to hurry up. So,
Come on.
No, she's like,
That was a hint.
make a motion.
That was a hint.
I can't make a motion yet.
Not yet.
I guess I've
comments.
got nothing this week, I guess.
All right,
I do.
Don't hit me.
all right. Bonnie, what you got?
Nothing, sir?
All right, Mr. Brad?
Just with the Oak Grove thing,
Huh?
since that's such a bad sightline, is there any way we can partner with the state to kind of improve that?
Right.
We can look at it. We can look at it. We'll make sure we look at it. If that's just a way that we can help with it, I don't mind.
That doesn't seem like it would be that major of a thing to kind of.
I think I heard you volunteer to help me with that. That's what I heard.
I'm already.
Did you hear that?
I'm already helping. I'm already doing something.
That's right. See, and we're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. All right, I'll look into it. I'll actually make a phone call tomorrow. We'll see what we can do. If that's an issue there, if we can help as a city, we don't mind helping out because we don't want anybody getting hurt. And there could be challenges with that. Miss Faith, what you got?
Really don't have much, other than I do have,
What you got?
Jewett, Bowden, I'm about to lose my voice.
No?
He is having a rodeo. Well, he's sponsoring a rodeo.
What's rodeo?
And I love rodeos. My daddy rode in them. So I donated, and asking everybody to try to donate to and give Jewett a call.
You put it on your page? You
I
just-
shared it, it's
Okay.
on his page too.
Okay.
Where's it
But
at?
I mean, they're gonna have Broncos and bull riders.
Where's that at?
At Bluegrass Saddle Club.
Oh, okay.
What is
Oh.
it
Yeah,
doing?
and it's in the city of Shepherdsville.
Yeah, it's right in
That's
the
why
park.
I'm promoting it. I
Right.
gave you the
Yeah, yeah.
donation, and I
Okay.
told him, I said, call Jose.
Yeah, yeah.
Call the council. I mean.
Yeah, we'll
even
look
if
at
it's
it. What's the date?
$50,
What's the date?
July the 11th.
Okay,
I
okay.
can't wait, I'm excited. My
Yeah.
dad won trophies, I got them.
All right.
Yeah. he was
So we're
good.
gonna get you right on a Bronco, what are you gonna do?
I ain't
Yeah.
gonna ride no Bronco.
A bull or something? I don't know what you're doing. All right, so listen, Jennifer's got a really good idea, so we saved her for last. Jennifer, come and talk to us.
Okay, so, oh, yeah.
Click that thing on.
So, I was driving in the city, and I was driving through town here. And it was night, and Jenny has an astigmatism. And all of a sudden, I've got this big, bright thing flashing at me. And it's a billboard, and I didn't even know there was a billboard there. Like, it just kind of sprung up. I told my mom, it looks like, remember Johnny Appleseed? Well, now we got Johnny Billboard Seed. So I just feel like they're popping up. We got the one behind Taco Bell. We got that one, and
One
then
across, close to the post office.
yes, which
I
that
know.
one,
It's
that
bright.
one, yeah, it's very bright, and at night it's
hot.
very bright. But I started thinking about it, and we are pouring. The city is pouring a lot of money into revamping the park, downtown. We got on Joby Hall. We've got the aquatic center. I would hate for people to come into the aquatic center and have to pass a bunch of billboards going down the road because we didn't do anything to, I'm not saying stop, but control how
Where they're
many
at.
are going to pop
Regulate.
up. Yes, we're gonna, regulate how many we get, and I feel like if we say, okay, here, we can have them in this area, like, we can do so much. I was looking at different cities, and some cities are pretty relaxed. They do about 1,000 feet in between the billboards. Up to Kansas City, Missouri, does 4,200 feet between the
Wow,
LEDs.
almost a mile.
Exactly. They don't want them so close together, so they put a big distance on theirs. A lot of cities do 2,000 feet in between. Most of them are doing 2,000. And they can go up to 3,000 too. Like I said, Kansas City was kind of a far cry. They were way up there. I thought, if we did somewhere between 2,000, 3,000 feet, that would give enough spacing. I feel like that the blinking, a lot of them control the blinking. There's a lot of places where there's restriction. They don't want flashing lights, no animation. The ads have to remain static for 8 seconds. Transitions must be within 2 seconds. So if it's switching, it's gotta be 2 seconds or less. Most of them adjust the brightness for day and night. Let's see, and most cities now require them to be registered. So they have to pay to install, they have to pay the city to install, and they have to pay an annual, I guess it would be like a license, to keep it going. So the city, Louisville Metros is $75 for large billboards, medium are 50, and then smaller 25. I just use that one because they're close. A lot of the so I was reading about restricted areas on a lot of them. A lot of them restrict them to like commercial areas or light industrial areas. They require distance. Usually, most cities were requiring a 500 feet distance between the billboard and a residential area. So that way the lights and the flashing didn't disturb the people. And most of them say that historical areas should not have LED billboards. But I was thinking that I've been working with Catherine on it all week, last week, talking to her about what can we do, and we can go anywhere from 1,000 feet apart to no, you can't have any more in the city. So
Can I just say this to you?
Yeah.
The thing you got my attention on is the downtown area. I don't want anything down there, and I don't want anything
Exactly,
on
and
the aquatic
that
So
was
we
the
can do-
first thing I thought,
so-
is
so for you
going
guys-
downtown and.
Yeah, I don't want anything around the downtown area, and I don't want anything around the
Right,
aquatic
like
center.
we can say, for us is our
Okay.
historical area.
Okay.
We don't want any down there, it doesn't fit the aesthetic that we're going for.
Yeah, we can do that. So what I'd like to do, since when you mentioned it in your email, I'm
Yeah.
good with that. So if you guys will work on that, put something
Yes.
together that everybody can see. Because like I
Well,
said,
I think what she wanted to kind of get a feel for is a little bit on the council, how they feel, because you guys have options on not just regulating, but you could prohibit what I would call third-party off-premises billboards. It's not for the business itself, so
Right.
McDonald's can have their billboard that says whatever about McDonald's, but it's the third-party, advertising. That you guys can do a complete prohibition. Now, these ones that are currently here I think would be grandfathered in,
Yeah.
but a complete prohibition to saying, okay, we're gonna have no more than 5 in the city, but here's all the places where we're not gonna have them. So, my thought is, think about, number one, do you wanna see any more within the city limits? Number two, if so, or if you're not totally opposed, where would you wanna see them? Where would you not wanna see them? If you guys start thinking about that, the big picture, then we know how to do the regulation, because what we're gonna have to do is kind of what we did with the housing. We're gonna have to do a text amendment, and go through the resolution, go to planning commission, and then come back here.
Okay.
Our current, which I handed out to you, or had Brenda put on your desk, very lax. I mean, I don't know if these were original to when these regulations were written 40 years ago, but essentially outdoor signs can be basically every 300 feet away from each other. And that's only if they're on the opposite side,
Right.
or on the same side. If they're on opposite,
They can be right across
they
from
can be
each
right
other.
across. So, yeah, and they're working, they know that they're working on that through as they do the text regulations. So it might even be that you guys decide, you know what, for right now, we just want to prohibit them entirely. Let's see what they do with the new regulations. If we don't like it, if we think whatever, we can decide from there. You can do a complete ban so that they can't do anymore until you've thought further through with it. Those are all your options. And so Jennifer was kind of wanting, I guess maybe you guys could go home and then come back at the March 9th meeting. We could at least have a quick talk about, hey, where are you guys
At with your-
leaning?
yeah.
Are you wanting to do a complete ban for now? Are you wanting to just do some strong regulations? What are your thoughts on that? I don't know that she's like totally for or against the complete ban. Those are just all your options, and so.
yeah, I like the idea.
I mean, a complete ban, in a perfect world, that would be awesome, but
You
we
can do
can't,
that.
yeah, but I feel like we should allow some, I guess. Personally, me, no, because, I get blinded by them. They're horrible for me.
Can we do a case by case? Is that a thing?
Well, you can do it in the sense of
I
you
still want to
can.
restrict some areas though. I
You-
mean,
you
I
can
like,
do-
I like
Yes,
that
and
idea.
we can do that.
You can do it in a case by case in the sense of you can pick areas that you're saying these are only where we're going to allow signs. But once it gets to that point, then no, you can't. I can't come in and say, well, this is allowed. Will you let me? And you go, okay, yeah, we'll let you. But somebody else come in and go, oh no, we won't let you.
Right.
Can't be that case by case. But you can certainly designate areas that
Yes.
you definitely don't want to see it, like Buckman from probably 44 to the Salt River, or
Yeah.
anywhere near residences, or if we don't want them on Joe B. Hall. That's why
Right.
I think it's going to make more sense for you guys to think big picture of, are you okay with seeing any more? And if so, where and where not? Because once you know those two, now we know how to do the regulations to meet what it is that you're wanting, what you're thinking about. Does that make sense? Versus trying to come up with regulations and not knowing where we're going. What's the big picture? And if we know the
And
big
what-
picture, then we
yeah.
can draft the regulation around that. So,
And at the next meeting, I'll come back and say, this is what I think. This is what I would like to see. And then everybody else can kind of say yes or no.
Yeah, I just
and
know
then
I'm
once I do
looking
that,
for
then I can
locations.
draft the regulation.
Yes.
Then
Oh,
I
yeah.
can draft the
I'm-
Okay.
text
You
amendment.
guys good with that?
That was
You
the
guys
whole
think?
Fred,
reason why I
Bonnie?
thought of this, Mayor, is
No, that's good.
because
Yeah, I don't
of
want
how
anything
much
down there.
money we poured, I don't
Yeah,
wanna see.
I don't want it down there.
You know what? A big
Billboard.
billboard
That's a
right
good
by
idea.
your. I was going to put a billboard right
Right.
by that aquatic center.
Put your hand right there.
Mine's gonna be on the amphitheater.
Well, and they are blinded.
While it's on me do that, I gotta give.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Motion to adjourn.
So,
Hang on.
so The plan is come back next meeting, kind of get a sense of
Yes.
where we
Where
want to go.
everybody's at.
And then I can start writing the regulation from there.
All right. Now, Rob.
Thank you all.
Motion to adjourn?
All right.
Second.
All right. Thank you all for coming.
beat me.
I'll see you.
Yes.
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 Yes.